Good morning, my dear students. A very warm welcome to all of you to today's biology class. So we are doing the chapter Heredity and Evolution. And now let us first recap what we have done in the previous class. So in the previous class we discussed about heredity. So what is heredity? Heredity is defined as transmission of characteristics from parents to offspring. And the study of heredity and variation is known as genetics. There are two types of variations, that is somatic variation and gametic variations. Variation is the basis of the heredity and evolution, and it increases the chances of survival of the organism according to the changing environment. So when there is sexual reproduction, there will be little bit of variation, and this variation is necessary because it provides a better chance for the survival of the organism. The most common cause of variation is mutation, recombination and the random mating. Then Gregor John Mendel started his work on Pisum sativum, that is green pea. He for the first time found out or discovered how the traits are inherited from the parents to the offspring. He did his study on garden pea. He is known as the father of genetics, and after his study he gave three laws: the law of dominance, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. So in today's class you'll be able to learn about the laws of Mendel's inheritance of traits. So after this class you'll be able to explain what is law of dominance, and you'll also be able to prove using the characters which was used by Mendel. You'll also be able to explain the law of segregation. So children, in the previous class we have already discussed about heredity and inheritance. Also we have discussed about variation. We have also discussed some important terms which is related to heredity and inheritance, like the homozygous allele, the heterozygous allele. What is allele? Yes, so we will be discussing about the monohybrid cross or the monohybrid experiment which Mendel did. And after doing the experiment, he gave two laws, that is law of dominance and law of segregation. So first we will discuss about the law of dominance. Now in monohybrid experiment, what did Mendel do? He took the character of pea plant, each character of pea plant, as I have already discussed that Mendel took 7 characters of pea plant and he did experiment on using each and every character. So he took each and every character and then he did the experiment separately. So when he took only one character for his experiment, that experiment is called as monohybrid experiment. Yes, and he also did another experiment which is called dihybrid experiment, where he took 2 characters. Like he considered different characters of the pea plant, like the color of the seed of the pea plant, then the color of the flower, the height of the plant. So in this way he considered 7 characters, and with those characters he also considered the contrasting character. Now what is contrasting character? So contrasting character means like we take the character as height. So what is the contrasting characters of height? That means one is tall and another is short. That means the opposite character. Fine. So if we take the one character as tallness, then the opposite character is shortness. So that is called contrasting character. Yes. So he experimented on each and every character separately, all the 7 characters separately, and that experiment is known as monohybrid experiment. So after monohybrid experiment, he gave is law of dominance, of inheritance. So, in law of dominance, he stated that in heterozygous organisms, only one out of the two alleles expresses itself while the other remains hidden. Now, what is allele? Allele is one of the factor which is present in gene. So, alleles are present in pairs. Yes, alleles are present in pair, and heterozygous organism means where the allele is not same. They are different. Yes, and we also discussed about the term homozygous alleles. Yes, so those are the alleles which are same, identical, right? Okay. Yes, so let us understand the law of dominance by taking the character height. Now, when we talk about height, yes, height is the character, right? Height is the character, and when we talk about height, what are the contrasting characters? The contrasting characters are the tallness and shortness. Yes, that means the height of the plant can be tall or it can be short. So these are the contrasting characters present considered in case of height. Yes, so tall and short are the contrasting characters which are considered in case of the character height. Similarly, in case of seed color, the contrasting character which was considered was green and yellow seed. Yes, so the seed color of pea is either green or yellow. So this is the contrasting character. Now let us understand the law of dominance using the character height, and the contrasting characters are tall and short. Now what did Mendel do? He took two plants which had same allele. That means he took homozygous allele. Yes, and the plant had what? Both the alleles as tallness. It was a pure tall plant. And another he took was pure short plant. So here both the alleles are short. Okay. Now he crossed both the plant. Okay, he crossed both the plant. Now before crossing, what happens is it will segregate or it will separate itself to form the gametes. So it will form the gametes, and when they form the gametes, the number of chromosome, as you know that in gametes the number of chromosome is half that of the parent body. Yes, so the alleles will get separated when gamete formation take place. Yes, so here as both the alleles are same, so both the gametes will have tallness character. That means tall allele. Then for the pure short plant, both the alleles are short. So the gametes will have short alleles. Yes, both the gametes will have short alleles. Now after that what happens? Fusion takes place. So when fusion takes place, it might happen that these two gametes are combining with each other, and as a result, what is formed? A gene which contains two different alleles. Yes, or it may happen that these two are combining. So even in this case, you'll find that two different alleles are coming together. Fine. Another chance is what? That this gamete and this gamete, which contains the short allele, they combine together and they also form what? They also form the offspring which has two different alleles, right? And another chance is there where again the two different alleles are coming together, fine. Now in this case, T, capital T represents tallness of the plant and the small t represents shortness of the plant, short character of the plant, fine. So the plants which are produced, yes, so the plants which are produced is called F1 generation, okay. So the plants which are produced after crossing of pure tall plant and pure short plant is called the F1 generation. And when Mendel did the experiment, he found that all the plants which were produced in the F1 generation was tall. Yes, all the plants which was produced in the F1 generation was tall. Fine. But children, look at this. Here both the alleles are present. The tall allele is also present and the short allele is also present, and it is same in all the cases, all the plants which are produced. But which one is expressed? Only the tallness is expressed and the shortness of the plant, the short character of the plant remains hidden. It is not lost but it remains hidden, but it is not expressing itself in the F1 generation. Okay. Now what next he did is he crossed two plants from the F1 generation. Now what will happen? Again gamete formation take place. Yes, gamete formation take place, and since this time the alleles are different, yes, so one gamete will have tall character and another will have short allele, right? Similarly, here also the gamete formation take place. So 4 plants are produced, but we will consider only 2 plants for convenience, okay? So the gamete formation takes place, yes, and then again in the same way, what are the chances that this gamete which contains the tall allele, yes, can combine with the tall allele of the gamete which is produced by the second plant. Yes. Now remember that the gametes of the same plant will not combine. The gamete of the different plant will combine. So what we get this time, both the alleles are same, tall. Another chance is that this two combines, and what happens? What we get? 2 different alleles. Yes, similarly here also we get 2 different alleles, and here we see that the alleles are same. Now this is called F2 generation. Okay, F2 generation, the second generation. Now what did you find here? Here in the first generation, what did you find? That the 2 alleles in each of the plant is different. Yes, one tall and one short. And which character got expressed? The tall character got expressed. Similarly, in F2 generation, what happened? In the first plant, both the alleles are tall. In the second plant, one tall and one short. In the third plant, one tall, one short. And in the fourth plant, both are short. Yes, both are short. Both the alleles are short. Okay. Now, what happened? It was found that these 3 plants were tall. Okay. The first 3 plants were tall and the fourth one was short, heighted. Yes, the height of the fourth plant was short. Okay. Now, here what happened is that in this in first generation, let us first look at the first generation. Here what happened? One allele is tall. So as a result, what happened? All the plants became tall. That means what? The character which has been expressed is the dominating one. Okay, the character which has been expressed is the dominating one, and the character It remains hidden. It does not get lost. Okay. Here what happens is both the characters are tall. So obviously this plant will be tall. Here one is tall and one is short. One allele is tall and another allele is short. So since one allele is tall and tallness is the dominating character, so the second plant will also be tall. The third plant same. Yes, same with the third plant, that it has one allele which is tall and another which is short. Yes. So as a result, what happens? It becomes a tall plant. Yes. But in the fourth one, both the alleles are short. No tall character is seen. Yes. No tall allele is seen. So the plant result to be a short plant. So if a plant has even one allele, one dominating allele, the plant will express that dominating character. Yes, and if it does not have any dominating allele, then the plant will express the recessive character. Fine. So it was seen in the F2 generation, but in F1 generation all the plants were tall. So he gave the law as that in heterozygous organisms, only one out of the two alleles. So these are the two alleles. Only one out of the two alleles will be expressing itself, while the other remains hidden. Now we need to know the ratio. We need to know the genotype ratio and the phenotype ratio. Now what is genotype ratio? In genotype ratio, the alleles are considered. Okay, in genotype ratio, the alleles are considered, and in phenotype ratio, the appearance of the plant is considered. Now, in the F2 generation, what is the appearance of the plant? 3 are tall out of 4 plants. Yes, so out of 4 plants, 3 are tall. So the phenotype ratio is what? 3:1. Since 3 plants are tall and 1 plant is short. So when we look at the plants, whatever character we see, that decides the phenotype ratio. Yes. And what is the genotype ratio? Genotype ratio is the alleles which are present. So in the forest plant, what is the allele present? It is only one. There are 2 alleles, but they are identical. Yes, they are identical. So only tallness is present. Fine. So we take the genotype for the forest plant as 1. And then second plant, how many alleles are present? 2 alleles. In all the cases, 2 alleles are present. Fine. But what happens is here, both the alleles are different. One is tall, one is short. So how many are there? There are 2 different alleles. Similarly, in the third one, again there are 2 different alleles. So we write down 2. But in the fourth one, there are 2 alleles, but both the alleles are identical. So we write down 1. So the genotype ratio becomes 1:2:2:1, and the phenotype ratio is 3:1. And which generation ratio are we taking out? We are taking out the ratio of the second generation. Yes, we are taking out the ratio of the second generation, because in the second generation it is seen that both the characteristics is being expressed. Yes, both the characters of the plant, both the contrasting character of the height is being expressed. Fine. So the ratio is taken out for the F2 generation. Yes, so this is what Mendel experimented. Yes, experimented, and he gave the law of dominance. Children, since we have discussed about the law of dominance, now let us understand about the law of segregation. Okay. Now, what does law of segregation state? Yes, so Mendel stated that each allele retains its identity, distinct identity, even though they remain together. Yes, so both the alleles were together, but they retained their identity. Yes, they retained their identity, distinct identity. They did not blend with each other. They did not get mixed with each other. They remained as separate characters. Fine. So let us again look at the character height. Yes. What did we discuss? That Mendel took one pure tall plant and one pure short plant. So before these two plants combine with each other, yes, when the crossing takes place, first what happens is the gametes are formed. Okay, the gametes are formed, and then only the gametes will combine with each other. So when the gametes combined, what did you see? That the offspring which was produced had, in the F1 generation, the offspring which was produced had two different alleles. One tallness and another shortness. Yes. But what was the result? The height of the plant was tall. Why did that happen? Because according to Mendel, tallness is the dominating character. Fine. Now, it might have happened also that tall and short character blended with each other and they produce an intermediate plant, that means medium heighted plant. Yes. But when Mendel did the experiment, he did not find such type of thing. Yes, he did not experience such type of thing, that when the two alleles came together, yes, they did not get mixed or they did not blend with each other. They retained the distinct identity. Yes, and though it was not expressed, both the characters were not expressed in the first generation, it was expressed in the second generation. Yes, so what happened in the second generation? Okay, here let us take only two plants. Yes, so what happened in the second generation? Again, gamete formation took place. Okay, again gamete formation took place. And then when the gametes combined, they formed plants which had same alleles and also with different alleles. Yes, and also it was seen this time that the recessive character got expressed. Yes, in the F2 generation, the recessive character was expressed. Fine. And the recessive character was similar to that of the parent character. Yes, similar to that of the parent character. That means what? The characters did not get mixed up with each other even though they came together. Okay, even though they came together, they did not get mixed up with each other. So this is what Mendel said, that law of segregation, separation. Yes, and each allele retained its distinct identity even though they came together. Fine. So this is what is law of segregation. So children, in today's class we have discussed about two laws that Mendel gave. That is, one is law of dominance and another is law of what? Segregation. So law of dominance states that the dominating character will be expressed. Yes, in a heterozygous organism, the dominating character will be expressed and the recessive character will be there, but it will be hidden. Yes, and it will be expressed only in the second generation, but in the first generation only the dominating character is expressed. Yes, we also discussed about the phenotype ratio and the genotype ratio. Yes, so what is phenotype ratio? The ratio which is calculated or taken out by looking at the plants. Yes, whether it is tall or short, whether the seed color is green or yellow. So looking at the character which is expressed in the plant, we take out the phenotype ratio, and we take out the genotype ratio depending on the allele which is present in the gene. Yes, so and also we discuss about the law of segregation, where the contrasting characters will come together, but they will not blend or mix with each other or combine with each other to form a new intermediate character. Yes, that does not happen. That does not happen, and that is called law of segregation. So children, I hope that all of you have understood the law of dominance and the law of segregation given by Mendel. So this is all for today's class. Thank you and have a great day.